people, my brothers and sisters. Recently, this whole kerfuffle with Kanye West broke out. So I decided to check out the story about him being Christian, writing Christian lyrics for Christian songs. Well, it turns out that the pastor and church he was going to down in LA was a Reformed theology or Lordship salvation. That is not the gospel. To them, the view of God is He is so sovereign, so in control, that all free will and choice has been removed from the people. You are either born to be created to be saved, irresistible grace, you have no choice, or you are born and you go to hell, you have no choice. That is the heart of Lordship theology. They base their theology on works. If you are not saved and you act like an animal, you're not going to heaven, you're going to hell. If you're saved, there must be a change in your life for you to go to heaven. There must be evidence of that change. Now, that is saying works theology with a different twist. If you don't bear fruit, you're not saved. If you don't change your life, you're not saved. When the Bible is crystal clear, it is not works in 100,000 places that saves you. Works is only the mirror by which you are saved. That's following the law. If you see the law, you see Christ as the fulfillment of that portion of the Bible. The law points to Christ, where the imperfect is replaced with the perfect. They say you must be saved and do good works to be saved. That is not the gospel. That is the gospel of Catholics, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses. That is the gospel of some of the Pentecostal groups. That is the gospel of a lot of the apostate Protestant. 100% of the church, maybe 80% of that, or 20% is actually the church. All the rest is Catholic, Mormon, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, apostate Protestant. It's a very small number that is real Christian. And that is grace through faith, no works, lest any man should boast. And it cannot be any other way. If you are believing in a God that is so sovereign that He made this group to be saved and this group to go to hell, that is not just. That is a God that's more like Allah than the God of the Bible. It's not just through foreknowledge you're predestined to conform to the will of God and be blah, 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 you know the rest. That key word, foreknowledge, He foreknows the decisions people are going to make. He doesn't create them to make that decision, believe or not believe. Can you imagine at the great white throne judgment, at the end of all things, and God is judging people, and a man comes up there and says, you created me with no choice to believe. You created me to go and burn in hell for all eternity and suffer. Is that a just God? Or must God then at that point be a just God, slam the guy down and say, not guilty? That doesn't work that way. Unless you believe upon Christ, you're going to hell. 2,000 years this message has spread all throughout the world. And all these splinter groups taking it off different directions are putting works back into the gospel. That is categorically wrong. Even the most basic of understanding of the Bible's grace through faith with no works. That's what saves you. Now, if you are saved and you become a believer, I would suggest you do the works as prompted by the Spirit, because once you get to heaven, there is a hierarchy of heaven. You could be on the lower end of heaven or the higher end of heaven. Where is your positional standing? This is what it means by work out your salvation. Where are you? Have you made 300 or 400 after rapture packets for those that are going to be left behind real soon, informing them of what's going to happen next, plus a Bible, and this is the decision they need to make? Are you spreading the gospel in the here and now? The correct gospel. Through these works, we have inheritance, we have crowns, and we have rewards. You can lose all that. And if you're spreading lordship, salvation, or theology, you've never had it. You're not saved. At the resurrection rapture, there is going to be more people hunting down, wanting to kill people that spread that false message now, because for all these years they've listened to a person that's been lying to them. True, it's willful ignorance, and they won't have no reason to really blame that person because they listened to him and they did not study it out theologically, contextually, or anything wise in the Bible. But at the rapture, the works church, the works salvation is going to be left behind. Alright, just for clarification.